enough was enough, and I didn't want to do it anymore. So as a young adult coming back into the industry,
So how long was that
I
break?
oh yeah, that's true. So maybe 10 years.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. I didn't get back into it until my early 20s, when I decided that after living a little bit, understanding sort of how the world works, and like that things aren't sort of just guaranteed for you. You have to earn those
Mhm.
things. I decided to come back into the industry with, sort of like a newfound confidence.
Yeah.
Um, and what was it like? Well, that's where that's sort of like when our paths crossed, during acting classes. So it was just a lot of
So
um,
when we met, you had just come out of retirement.
pretty much, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, retirement. That's a word. I had come, so yeah, I had come out of retirement there, I guess,
Mm,
but gone into another retirement. So I was a semi-pro athlete at that point in time. So I was just walking away from that,
mm,
um, really trying my hand at sport, and realizing that, like, uh, I didn't have the natural ability and talent that would have separated me from, or put me in an elite class and had me living a lifestyle that I would consider
yeah.
viable, or meaning, yeah, viable. Um, but what I gained from that experience was the work ethic, and that's what I took into acting, my career.
Yeah.
Um, and that's essentially what it was. I knew that this is something that I wanted to do. I realized that everything else that I had tried was not giving me the level of satisfaction, or could not give me the level of satisfaction that I craved and that I desired. Um, and yeah, so it was just about eventuality. I
Mm,
mean, with that said, like, my first time on set was John Q. So I got to spend a month sort of just watching, arguably one of the greatest actors of all time, do his thing.
yeah.
Um, and funny enough, like last week I watched the movie, and I was telling my wife, like, oh, I remember watching this as a child, watching him do it, watching him get into character, and so on and so forth. And so, yeah, so I always knew what it looked like. I always knew what having a viable career looked like, because I had seen it in person. It was tangible. Um, so yeah, I just knew it was a matter of time.
Yeah. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny you bring up that word tangible because
Mm-hmm.
that was one thing that kind of drove me was it's not so much about because I was also when I first started, I was doing like the background thing and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to say this was like around 2006, 2005. And
Mm-hmm.
then I thought that was just a little part-time job that I had, getting
Mm-hmm.
background work, being able to just be on set. I never saw that as a thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm there and I'm seeing like Samuel L. Jackson, and it's like, oh yeah, he's the move. Of course, I'm background for this guy. This is my
Mm-hmm.
role in this thing. But then it
Mm-hmm.
became tangible when I saw my friend do it, Alex Malari.
Uh, mhm.
It's
Oh,
like
okay. Yeah,
we're
yeah,
in high school, like we had the same upbringing, and it's
yeah.
like, oh shit, it's viable now. It is
Mm-hmm.
tangible. So then that
Mm-hmm.
was like the moment I started taking it seriously was when I saw like somebody that I knew growing up be able to.
Yeah,
I was like, okay, cool. That's
yeah, yeah,
interesting.
yeah, yeah. If he can do it, I can do it.
Yeah. Because
Yeah,
like it's
yeah,
like if I seeing Samuel L. Jackson and Bruce Willis, oh, sure, of course they're doing it.
yeah, yeah. Because that's Samuel L. and that's Bruce
Yeah.
Willis. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, yeah. No,
Oh,
I totally understand that. Totally. Yeah. And
you-
funny that you say that as well. Like, I remember the first time I ever did a
sorry. I just
read.
want to say when you just said the word remember, I was
Mm.
like, oh, Mufasa.
Remember.
Remember.
That's hilarious.